The Hangout is live. Do you have anything? Hmm. Oh. Did you join?
Yeah.
Hey,
Is your else?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
What about Matt Crane?
He should have just gotten the same invite.
Hey, you ever been on air, have you?
No. Man, I got so much crap going right now.
What do you got? What have you got?
Huh?
What have you
I
got?
got so many programs running right now. It's not even funny.
Is Matt going to join?
He should.
Hey, fella, are you by your Google Hangout?
I can definitely see and hear you though.
Okay. Maybe this is just going to be between me and you, but what we're going to talk about, unless Matt Crane jumps on, the Matt Crane train is going to be with us on Wednesday at 1 o'clock on Facebook Live. Sean, what is my Facebook Live?
Do what?
What is my Facebook Live?
It is www.facebook.com/Tommy Davidson.
So everybody that wants to know more about social media, my question for everybody out there is, why are you not taking advantage of social media to grow your business, your personal brand, whatever it is that you want to do? Why are you not leveraging social media to do that? We're going to talk about that this Wednesday on my Facebook page. We're going to do it live, Facebook Live, friends.
And if people don't go on there and add you, then they're not going to see the live video. But if we can get it up and running, we're going to have a hangout, which means it'll live stream from your YouTube channel.
Well, what I'm the most interested in is doing this because I believe when we do this and YouTube, Google crawls or whatever the word it is they do, I believe this moves us up the rankings on Google by doing a Google Hangout. Now what do we do from here? How do we get this onto Google, or do we have to do anything? Do we just take the broadcast? There's 1 viewer, 0 viewers. Somebody joined us. We're actually just doing a test. If anybody's out here watching, I don't know if anybody's watching or not, but we're just doing a test trying to figure out this process.
I can't see how many viewers.
No, I've got 1 viewer. I don't know if that's you. It may just be you.
It's probably just me.
Well, we're going to figure this out. I don't know why Matt Crane is not joined in. He may have already left.
I don't think he left.
Guys, we're trying to get our local social media expert. Okay, so you're on, or you're the viewer. Hey, Sean, Matt is watching. He just doesn't have access to it.
Okay. If you'll use your mouse and go up to the top of your screen.
Me go up to the top of my screen, okay.
See where it says invite?
Invite, okay, invite.
Matt, you might have to pull up Hangouts on your computer so that you see the invite.
It says invitation posted. I sent Matt an invite.
Okay, then he just has to launch the Hangouts app on his computer.
You've got to launch. Have you ever done this, Matt? Hey, Matt. Hello? You still here? Hey, Matt.
Hey, I'll call him real quick.
Hey, have you downloaded? What do you need, Shannon? What contingency? Hey, could you not click on anything to join, Matt?
Yeah, when it asks me to join, it tells me I don't have access because I can't. The only reason I know I was in the right place because you sent me the invite and that's how I got here.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, hang on. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what happens. There we go.
You should be able
I think
to.
I'm going on now.
We may have something.
There it is.
Matt Crane. Matt Chet, I'm hanging up on you, Matt. Can you hear me, Matt?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Hey, homeboy. Hey, we're telling everybody about our show on Facebook Live this upcoming Wednesday. Tell the people what you're going to talk about. Why should people be using social media to grow their business?
Hey, Tommy, angle your computer towards you a little bit more.
I mean, I like people looking at me from an angle.
Well, I mean, you know, take Facebook for instance, Tommy. You know, there's 1.6 billion people on it. So if you're not utilizing that social media space for your message, if you're not utilizing those mediums, here's the other thing that people don't understand about social media: it's free marketing tools. You know, so where else could you go in the world and spend $0 and put something online, some of your content, and you know, it be accessible 24/7.
I just did a Snapchat. I'm doing a Snapchat.
Put something online.
I'm doing a Snapchat as we do a Google Hangout.
And you know, be accessible. Yeah.
What do you think about that, homeboy?
That's the power of social media. You know,
You ain't lying, are you?
That's right. The other thing, Tommy, that or good time, Tommy, that I think is
Hey,
important
get that right, man. Get
About-
that right.
about social media is everybody views different information on different mediums. So that's why you have to constantly be posting everywhere, because it's different audiences. You know, for instance, the majority of Fortune 500 CEOs prefer LinkedIn. So your messages on LinkedIn need to be targeted different. Your target audience on Facebook are normally 18 to 35-year-olds. So you know, and then Twitter has a different viewership. So what I tell people is this: is that, you know, you'll hear people say I'm a Facebook master, I'm a Twitter master. I would never want to call myself a master at any of them. I'd want to be great at all of them.
Now, so how well do you know the differential? Like, what are Twitter type people?
Well, you know, when you really think about Twitter, so think the NFL. The NFL just partnered with Twitter to live stream their football games. So big brands use Twitter because it's very targeted. It's only 140 characters, so a lot of the, you know, it limits the words, and it's very automated. So big brands such as Coke and Nike and these big companies, they'll use Twitter because it'll automate them for people to do what we call clickables. Click into a link which takes them to where you want to go.
Okay, so if you're a little person and you have like less than 1,000 followers, like some of us, is Twitter almost something that you would spend less time on?
No, I think what you would do is be more targeted with what you send people to from your other social mediums where you may have bigger followings. So, for instance, when I wanted to improve my Twitter base, I went to Facebook where I had a strong following and was force-feeding them to go to Twitter for more information. So, where on Facebook, where I would give you kind of, you know, I'd give you the salad, but if you really wanted the steak, you'd need to hop over to Twitter. And all it was just maximizing where I already had a big following and then moving that follow to a different avenue.
Okay, so we need to give this carrot type analogy to drive people to a certain spot if we want to build that whatever it is we're trying to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing about it is that, you know, with Facebook, Facebook doesn't limit your characters either. So the way that you can trick the mind's eye on Facebook is to space out the way that you type your characters. And when it says the word more on it and it has that hyperlink more to click on and it pulls down the screen, inside the body of those words, you need to add other opportunities for people to click onto your other social mediums. So I tell people this: if I'm not promoting all my social mediums on every other social medium, then why the heck did I go through the process of creating another social medium?
So you don't think you should spend any one amount of time on one more than the other?
Well, I think that you need to look at the market trends. So, for instance, in your field, Tommy, the majority of real estate agents spend more time on Pinterest. They really like Pinterest because Pinterest is really geared towards driving people to websites. So you can put really nice pictures up, you can put nice, graphics, and then inside that stuff, it'll then drive people to your websites or to your landing pages for where you want people to search for homes or look for homes. So I think what it boils down to is that you need to look at your specified field and find out where the majority of not only your colleagues, but where your prospects are looking for that type of information. And then I think you just overload it with the information that you want, and then use the other social mediums to kind of be a backup for more content. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. So, probably what you're saying is true about Pinterest. Think about this. If people are moving, I bet you they are going to Pinterest to get ideas.
Yes.
We don't really necessarily, Sean, do we even really have a Pinterest page?
We do. I don't have a whole lot of pins on there.
Well, the thing about Pinterest that's inviting for real estate agents, you can create boards inside of Pinterest, so people can almost stage an entire home in different boards. So, and then you can get interior design. So basically, what happens, Tommy, is you become the one-stop shop. I'm sorry, good time, Tommy. You become
Quit calling me that damn name. I don't know who that person is.
You become the one-stop shop because you're not an expert in interior design, but hey, if you've got opportunities that show people what goes great with this interior or this paint color, then what they're going to do is they're going to want to ask you, hey, where did you get that idea? No, who could I reach out to? That's the other thing about social media is hey man, it allows you the opportunity to be you. So I think GTT, what's important about social media is that you have to use them all. But you're going to hear a lot of times people are going to say, well, you got to have a strategy. Well, in my opinion, a strategy, you can't ever create a strategy if you don't have content. So I tell people that you need to build your content bank and then start worrying about your strategy. But what I would tell folks is if you're not studying the trends, if you are, if you're literally posting things just to post them, that's one thing. But if you're wanting to target the opportunity to grow your business, then good time. What I would tell people is that if you're in the real estate field and you don't have one of the best looking Pinterest pages that there is, you're missing out. Because the statistics are showing, numbers are showing that this is where people are going to get information. So you need to be a big player in that game.
Sean, we need to be doing Pinterest, it sounds like. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
The other thing too, Tommy, that's important. Good time, Tommy. That's important about social media. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching on Facebook Live, I am going to get a phone call after this.
We on Facebook Live?
No, I am going to get a phone call after this, and I get a scolding for using Tommy more than once in a setting. So, but good time. It's important that people understand too that. Understand when to post things, understand why to post them at certain times.
I never have been a believer of that. Is that true?
Well,
I want to be so good it doesn't matter when I post it.
That's true. But also say that it's the law of averages. So creating content should never be strategy. You should just create content whenever you want and post it whenever you want. But if I know that between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m., there's 500,000 people that are on Facebook searching anything, that I want to be an opportunity to be searched during those time periods. So if I put content up the night before that I think is really powerful, and I went ahead and put it up so I didn't forget it or because it made sense at that moment, then here's the beautiful thing. All I'm going to do is copy and paste it and make sure that it goes back to the top of my feed, and all those people that didn't see it are now going to get to see it. But so
I don't think we ever repost our stuff, do we, Sean?
Oh yeah, we repost stuff a lot more often than you think.
Really?
Yes.
And here's another inside tip for folks on social media on how to really grow a base. Find somebody that's got 100,000 followers. Let's say Twitter, for instance. Good time if you want to increase your Twitter following. let's go into let's say you go into Gary Vaynerchuk, for instance. He's got 500,000 Twitter followers or 1 million plus Twitter followers. Well, if I'm one of his followers, then I'll go into his actual follow base and find people that have similar. They either may be similar to me in the business field, or they may have some things that we have similarities in, and I'm going to follow them. And here's what's going to happen. They're going to see that I followed them. They're going to go into my account, and they're going to see that Gary Vaynerchuk, and we have a mutual follow in Gary Vaynerchuk. And the likelihood of them following me back is going to probably increase exponential. So I will tell you, a hack here, Good Time, is all these people that have 1 million followers, it's not because they were just uber famous and everybody follow them. They knew how to go in and follow certain people to gain more followers from those follow bases.
So you're saying these people have a strategy to get followers?
Yeah, and it's just it's you know, human condition is going to tell you that if we follow the same people, then we should follow each other.
Okay. Well, man, this has been great content. I know you're about to leave. Y'all getting off early. So this Wednesday at 12, my Woods Viking boys are coming back.
Okay.
Then at 1 o'clock, we'll do the Facebook Live.
Fantastic. And, you know, I'm excited about it. I look forward to it. And Good Time Tommy, as always, I really appreciate it.
Are you, is Brandon Ray going to be there, or is it going to be you?
No, we'll have Ray here.
Will you be in there with us at all? I like when you come in, because we may have some questions. I'd like to get the audience bigger. Can we start doing that?
Yeah. So I think what you need to have Sean do is put together some maybe some preset questions that you would want to ask your follow base or your social media base to ask these guys. I would give them to the Woods Viking guys as well and have them send that out to their follow base. And here's a simple strategy. Have them find 10 people that you know are going to show up and ask questions, and just tell them to be here and show up and ask a question live.
It's a good idea. Write this down, kid.
And I would have so Good Time. I would have everyone on your team ask a question live on the show.
I don't know if we're going to do it Facebook Live style again or not. Maybe we should.
Well, here's the way I look at it. You know, or have them write in a question. You know, just have them.
That.
Yeah. So have them write a question down, and you can say, "Hey, we've got a write-in question from someone."
Remember that, Sean, because I won't.
I'm doing it right now.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the broadcast. I got to get somewhere. But man, that was a great idea, Matt. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, one more tip for you guys too on growing your Google Hangout. There's a +1 on everything you do. So everyone that follows you or everyone that shows up to your thing, at the end of it, make sure that they hit that +1, because that's what gives you better ranking.
Okay.
It's kind of Google Hangouts version of a like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. So what'll happen is, like, for instance, when you sent the invite out, and I went to that home screen, and it said, "Are you going to attend? Yes, no, or maybe?"
Right.
At the very top right-hand side, you'll see where it gave me an opportunity to hit a +1, and I hit that +1, which means I gave it a positive rating.
Okay. Will it give us that opportunity again?
Yeah. So every time you do these, and then also every time you post something to Google+. So Google Hangout is a subsidiary of Google+, right?
Right.
So every time Good Time Tommy posts something into Google+, all you guys need to go back in there and +1 it, because that means it's ranking from an engagement standpoint, and Google is going to put it up higher on the rankings based on how many people are clicking into it.
Okay.
All right, guys, is that it?
Man, that's all I need for now, my man.
All right, you guys have a good rest of the day.
Hey, thanks for coming on here with us. Look forward to Wednesday, fella.
Absolutely, me too. See you guys.
See you.
Bye, bro.